Robert Redford was born on August 18, 1936, in Santa Monica, California, to Martha Woodruff Redford and Charles Robert Redford, 1914–1991, an accountant. He has a half-brother, William, from his father's first marriage. Redford is of English, Scottish, and Irish ancestry. His patrilineal great-great-grandfather, a Protestant Englishman named Elisha Redford, married Mary Ann McCreary, of Irish Catholic descent, in Manchester. They emigrated to New York City in 1849, immediately settling in Stonington, Connecticut. They had a son named Charles, the first in line to have been given the name. Regarding Redford's maternal lineage, the Harts were Irish from Galway and the Greens were Scots-Irish who settled in the United States in the 18th century. Redford's family lived in Van Nuys while his father worked in El Segundo. Robert attended Van Nuys High School, where he was classmates with baseball pitcher Don Drysdale. He has described himself as having been a bad student, finding inspiration outside the classroom in art and sports. He hit tennis balls with Pancho Gonzalez at the Los Angeles Tennis Club to help Gonzalez warm up for matches. After graduating from high school in 1954, he attended the University of Colorado in Boulder for a year and a half, where he was a member of the Kappa Sigma fraternity. While there, he worked at a restaurant per bar called The Sink, where a painting of his likeness still figures prominently among the bar's murals. While at Colorado, Redford began drinking heavily and, as a result, lost his half-scholarship and was kicked out of school. He went on to travel in Europe, living in France, Spain, and Italy. He later studied painting at the Pratt Institute in Brooklyn and took classes at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, class of 1959, in New York City. While many entertainers have left lasting impressions with their co-stars, few have had such a great influence on the ladies starring alongside them as the Out of Africa star, Robert Redford. Throughout his years working as an actor, Redford starred opposite a number of famous faces, all of whom commented on his charm. Redford starred alongside the likes of numerous Hollywood greats, including Meryl Streep, Natalie Wood, Barbra Streisand, and Betty White. After he starred with each actress, they all commented on how mesmerizing it was to work with him. Betty White's assistant, Kirsten, revealed how close the two actors had been before White's death. White's assistant reminisced on the late comedy legend's life on what would have been her 98th birthday, sharing a snap of two cardboard cutouts. One showed a bear named Bam Bam, while the other was a life-sized image of Redford, smiling in a suit. Both were adorned with party hats and pink birthday balloons. Although they came from different backgrounds, they soon realized they shared a multitude of traits. Kirsten wrote about how close White and Redford were while the actress was still alive, captioning the post, "Two of Betty's absolute favorites, Bam Bam and Bob." White and Redford had known each other professionally for years, having worked together on a number of projects over the years. Much like White, all the other women Redford had worked with throughout his career were infatuated with the actor. Streisand commented that she was mesmerized with Redmond after they starred opposite each other in the 1973 film, The Way We Were. In fact, Streisand and Redford built a close bond over the years. Although Streisand and Redford seemed like they were entirely different people at first, the two slowly got to know each other while they worked together. Streisand commented that she came from a Jewish family based in Brooklyn. She grew up playing with her friends in the streets, while Redford was a California local, entirely her opposite. Years after they worked together, Streisand commented on how much she enjoyed starring opposite him when Redford was presented with the Chaplin Award in 2015. Although they came from different backgrounds, they soon realized they shared a multitude of traits. The actress confessed that she had made the same mistake many people made when they first saw Redford: she had misjudged him entirely. Streisand soon realized that they shared similar upbringings, which made it easy for them to connect. Although they eventually broke through the preconceptions that kept them at arm's length from each other, the author of the book The Way They Were, How Epic Battles and Bruised Egos Brought a Classic Hollywood Love Story to the Screen, noted that Redford didn't see Streisand as a serious actress. Streisand, on the other hand, was instantly attracted to her co-star, despite the fact that she thought they wouldn't get along. Redford initially refused to work with Streisand, noting that she was controlling and questioning whether she had the range to portray the weighty role that she was cast in. Redford even refused to meet Streisand before they started filming, but eventually agreed to lunch. When they first met each other, Streisand fell head over heels, developing a crush on the actor even before they started working together. Redford kept the actress at a distance, adopting an air of stark professionalism. Meanwhile, he commented on Streisand, "She was drooling." Even when they had to film a love scene, Redford donned 2 pairs of underwear, while Streisand wore a bikini. Robert Hoffler wrote in his book that the actor made the choice to protect himself in more ways than one. Nonetheless, the strange chemistry that was brewing between them was precisely what made the film so memorable. In the end, the film was a huge success, and Streisand even won an Academy Award for her performance. After the film became a hit, there were talks of a sequel, which Streisand was entirely in support of. Redford, on the other hand, had no interest in reprising his role, which eventually stopped the film from being made. Years after they worked together, Streisand commented on how much she enjoyed starring opposite him when Redford was presented with the Chaplin Award in 2015. She shared, "I'd like to say, dear Bob, it was such fun being married to you for a while. Too bad it didn't work out. But we made something that will last much longer than many real marriages." Streisand went on to star in numerous other iconic films, solidifying her as a talented actress. She also launched a highly successful music career. Redford kept starring in iconic movies and even tried his hand at filmmaking and producing, but eventually retired from acting, noting that he wanted to spend some time with his family. Both Redford and Streisand went on to have happy marriages after their time working together. Redford married Lola Van Wagenen, and the pair had 4 children together. Although Redford retired from the entertainment industry, he passed his talents on to some of his children, who followed in his footsteps. Streisand eventually married the acclaimed actor James Brolin, and the two blended their families. Streisand shares one son with her ex-husband Elliot Gould, while Brolin brought 4 kids to the mix: Eden Brolin, Chapel Grace Brolin, Trevor Brolin, and Westland Rain Brolin. In 2020, Streisand and Brolin became grandparents for a second time when Josh Brolin and his wife welcomed a little girl called Westland Brolin. Besides the little girl, the two are also grandparents to Trevor Brolin. Streisand has been seen with her granddaughter on many occasions and often posts pictures of them together. While Streisand spends her days with her blended brood, Redford has devoted much of his time to philanthropy while his children explore filmmaking. His daughter, Amy Redford, has made a name for herself as a talented filmmaker, citing her dad as one of her biggest influences.
Chúng ta đã cùng nhau khám phá những câu chuyện thú vị và đáng chú ý về các ngôi sao hấp dẫn. Nếu bạn thích nội dung video của chúng tôi và muốn tiếp tục nhận thông tin mới nhất về các ngôi sao, đừng quên đăng ký, like và để lại comment ở phần bình luận bên dưới. Chúng tôi rất trân trọng mọi ý kiến đóng góp của các bạn để cải thiện chất lượng nội dung trong tương lai. Hãy chia sẻ ý kiến hoặc gợi ý, thắc mắc mà bạn có thể cho chúng tôi những thông tin chính xác hơn trong những video tiếp theo. Cảm ơn bạn đã dành thời gian theo dõi video này. Hãy nhấn like và để lại comment ngay bây giờ để chúng tôi biết rằng bạn đã thích nội dung này. Đừng quên subscribe kênh của chúng tôi để không bỏ lỡ bất kỳ thông tin hấp dẫn nào về các ngôi sao trong tương lai. Hẹn gặp lại các bạn trong những video tiếp theo. Chúc mọi người một ngày vui vẻ và thú vị.